Yeah.
See? Is it too high?
Yeah, it's tiny bit sharp.
So what do we play on?
Something off the Star Above the Garter since we're doing.
I've been playing for ages. We'll go for the Rota 1 set.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah,
right.
you can't go wrong there. Yeah.
That's right. Hopefully, because I didn't play those tunes with ages and ages.
So here we go.
When I was 18, I went across to London, and in a short time I met people playing fiddles, and I was living kind of rough, that a young lad with no sense. And we used to go down to a place called the King's Head in Fulham Broadway, and there was a big square, Fulham Square, and the King's Head was across in one corner, in one corner, and the White Hat was across in the other. But Sean Maguire happened to be playing there that time. Someone said to Sean, what do you think of the players from Kerry, the Sliabh Luachra, like O'Keeffe? Oh, they're okay for country boys. That's the way Sean Maguire put it, So, anyway, I came to the conclusion that my poor father was a deluded man, and that he was paying local pietas, as they say, to his local neighbour, Pádraig, that he was such a great player, but the poor man didn't know any better. And that's the way I lived for many years, thinking that Sean Maguire and the Sligo fiddlers, these guys were streets ahead of the game compared to the poor people in Sliabh Luachra. Until whatever year, 69 maybe it was, or something, I think I happened to be passing through Limerick City. I was a truck driver, and I happened to see this record shop, and there was this sort of a very psychedelic looking cover. It was the big LP, and I listened to it. Thought, Mother God, this is strange. What are they doing with that music? you know, I hadn't a clue what was happening. Imagine, with that music, it was so new from the road I had gone, you see, to the modern kind of stuff. But after a while, I began to think, man, there's something happening here in this that's beyond belief. After weeks and weeks of listening to this off and on, you know, and after a time, then, you know, wrote one, you know, that after a time, and then even the polkas, you know, the knockabout said, man, oh man, 'twas then I began to learn to appreciate the drift that was happening in this stuff, you know. And 'twas only then I began to think my father was right. Yeah, that, you know, that I had been missing all this. Imagine listening to this music, and it was totally passing over my head, you know. And all of a sudden, I was back into hearing this magic that to him, that was the important thing. Not all the famous technique and this stuff, you know. Not that there's anything wrong with technique. Dennis went up to Sligo on a trip. He was interested, of course, in what was happening. And he went up to Sligo and he met some of the great players. He stayed about 2 or 3 days. And this is the funny part about this story. When he went away, the people said, what a beautiful gentleman. It's a pity he can't play. That the music he was playing, I mean, he was playing reels, Sligo reels with him, but because he wasn't doing it with their inflection, with their sort of
accents, I suppose.
Yes, that he wasn't playing at all.
Yeah.
So, you know, this is the incredible thing about music, you see, that it's like any language, that unless you're using that local idiom, the people sort of don't know, you see, what you're saying, really. But if they only knew that Dennis had taken this music through being born in the Sliabh Luachra tradition to another level that they were unaware of. Yeah, it's incredible. You see, basically this is dance music. It's for people to dance to. And for a lot of people, that's all it is. Do-da, 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 do-da. And that's it, you see, that some people take it to another level. And it all depends on what they've got in themselves, you see.
And you know, you were saying about earlier on, you were talking about the Star Above the Garter.
Yeah.
I remember having that for nearly a year, I'd say, and I was listening to it all the time. And then one day I was coming out, and I don't know whether it's Dennis or Julia, which one of the years it is, but I was just, it suddenly hit me, like, I was like, I'm listening to this for the first time after hearing it for a year, and I was hearing everything, like all the notes that he was playing, and it was...
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Great book.